Hello class, my name is Justin Hines. I was born and raised in Midland, Texas. I later moved to Fort Worth, Texas because a brother got very sick and he had to be air evac'd to the Children's Hospital. So I grew up the second half of my life in Fort Worth. I moved around a little bit with my mom and my brother. After I graduated high school, I moved to Florida for about a month with my mom, and then we decided to move back to Texas. Once we moved back to Texas, I started to work on the process of getting a degree in graphic design. Actually right before I was going to start my semester, I backed down to the graphic design program, and then I decided to join the Army. I joined the Army as a healthcare specialist, and I attended basic combat training at Fort Benning, Georgia. After that, I went to San Antonio and did all my medical training. Right before the end of my healthcare specialist training, a group of us were asked if we wanted to go on and do extra training for the medical field, but they didn't tell us what it was. So it turned out to be training for optometry. After 13 weeks of optometry training, I was stationed in Germany, where I spent 2 years stationed in Vilseck. While I was there, I went to various cities in Germany. I went to Italy once, and I also went to Amsterdam. After that, I was stationed in San Antonio, Texas, where I worked out at Camp Bullis, where we provided medical coverage for all the trainees. Once there, I got married to my first wife, and we had my son, Landon. He was born in February of 2007. After spending 2 years at San Antonio, I was then stationed back in Germany, where I was stationed at Ansbach for 3 years. While I was stationed there, I got the opportunity to be the NCOIC in charge of the honor platoon for the Saint Avold Memorial Day ceremony in Saint Avold, France, back in 2009. I also deployed, and I helped out a optometry unit that was stationed at Fort Hood for 90 days. After that, I came back to Germany and spent about 7-8 months there until I was stationed here at Fort Hood, where I currently am as of June of 2011. Right now I work at the West Fort Hood Clinic in optometry again. I just recently got married to my wife Ashley in August of 2008. I have 2 stepchildren, Jaden and Janiyah, and right now we have a baby on the way that's expected in April of 2012. We don't know what it is yet, but we did one of those gender prediction tests, and it turned out that it came back as a boy, but we're hoping that it's wrong. There's a 5% chance that it's wrong, and we're hoping it's a girl. Also, right now we're trying to add a puppy to the family. We just recently went down to Royce City, Texas to look at the English cream golden retrievers. The mother is currently pregnant right now. She'll be having the puppies in October, end of October, and then the puppies will be ready 8 weeks from that. Right now, I am working on my associates in general education. I am 3 classes off, including this class. After that, I'm going to apply to the Army's Green to Gold program. I am hoping to get accepted to the active duty option, which means that I will stay active duty for 2 years while I go to college and still receive pay and time in service. My hopes are to get my bachelor's in sociology. I also am currently working on volunteering for the Nolanville Fire Department. The process for that is that I attend a few of their trainings, and then they decide if they want to keep me or not by voting me on or off by the current firefighters. Once that happens, they'll start training me. After I accumulate 70 hours of training, I'll earn my firefighter license, and as well as they'll get me my Texas EMT license. I'm already a nationally registered EMT because of being a medic in the Army. Right now, my biggest problem with communication is I am a pretty quiet person, and I'm not sure if that's part of social anxiety, that I'm unsure of how to talk to some people, or if I'm just a quiet person in general. I do find it easier to talk to people that I know or have met more than once Normally, for people I don't know, it kind of takes me a while to warm up to talking to them. My hobbies right now are I enjoy motorcycling. I used to have a 2007 Yamaha V-Star, which is a cruiser. I just sold it last month, and I'm going to save up a few months, and I want to get the new 2011 Yamaha Striker, which is more of a chopper style looking cruiser. So it's a pretty nice bike. I also enjoy playing the acoustic guitar. I have my Baby Taylor right here. I just restringed it a few months ago, and I was in the process of cutting all the strings, but then my wire cutters broke on me, so they're just kind of dangling right now. And for this class, I hope to learn a lot about communication in this class and ways to deliver speeches and kind of better communicate overall. And that is the end of my introduction speech.